Sunday, May 8th is Mother's Day, a time to thank that special someone in your life who is generous, selfless, caring, and much more. Throughout our life, we've been told that it's the thought that counts. So on today's show, we've got you covered as Sheila from Michaels shows us some great do-it-yourself Mother's Day gift ideas. It's all coming up on today's show, which starts right now. Later on, find out why food bank volunteers are dedicating this Saturday to going door to door. And Sheila from Michaels shows us a DIY Mother's Day gift that is sure to tug on the heartstrings.
We're there to bring it home. Shaw TV, your local voice.
For many of us, our mothers are our daily heroes, and that's why we're here at Michaels cooking up some great gift ideas that will show we care. Before we start work on our first do-it-yourself project, let's meet some local heroes who are getting ready to share the ice with some of their favorite hockey players. And it's all in support of the Heart and Stroke Foundation.
It doesn't take much time at a practice to determine that the players on the Crazy Cactus hockey team aren't likely headed to the NHL anytime soon. But when it comes to fundraising, they're in a league of their own.
The team that we're here with today is really leading the way with fundraising right now, but we're watching the other teams closely. This kind of event is really exciting because they all challenge and push each other along the way, so we never know who's going to end up on top.
The team has signed up for the Heart and Stroke Foundation's Hockey Heroes event, raising more than $17,000 over the past 6 months to support research initiatives.
And like any good team, all of us were involved. Everybody pitched in, and we did some fun things, St. Patrick's Day stuff with the bagpiper, and a couple of beer nights that we did to raise some awareness of the Heart and Stroke Foundation. So we kind of got started early, and we've just been keeping going.
And while they won't ever make it to the big leagues, this weekend they will get to experience the next best thing, as they will skate with and against some of the best in the history of the game, including Wendell Clark, Paul Coffey, and Al Iafrate.
Growing up, you always hope you could play in the NHL, but now you get to, this is your chance, even though you were not very good and didn't make it that far. Now's your chance. You get to go skate with some of the boys that have done that. So, that's a lot of guys. That's a dream of theirs.
And if this team remains in first place in fundraising, they will get their first choice of the Stars at Friday night's draft. Goaltender John Quinn can't wait to try his luck stopping shots by Hall of Famers.
I might accidentally get in the way of one. I think more like they'll hit me with it, or I'll trip on the puck or something.
While Sean Hitchcock is contemplating going toe-to-toe with an enforcer.
I wouldn't mind dropping the mitts with Tucker or Mayday or something like that.
And if you want to come out and see the Stars and local players suit up, well, you can't. The foundation is intentionally keeping the event closed to the public, so it is an intimate experience for the fundraisers. But registrations are being accepted for next year's edition at hockeyheroesweekend.com. You can also go to the site to support the Crazy Cactus or any other team as they lace up the skates in support of the Heart and Stroke Foundation.
I can't think of a family that hasn't been touched by either one of these, but in my family, both of my grandparents have passed away from heart disease, so when asked to get involved, it was a no-brainer for me.
It brings hope to people that are suffering from heart disease and stroke. So we're very passionate about what we're doing here, and we're always really touched to see how passionate our participants and team captains are as well. We know that the mission of the foundation drives them forward every day.
For Go on Shaw TV, I'm Simon Hyatt.
I remember back to the first Mother's Day when I gave my mother a picture frame made from macaroni. Boy, have times changed. Joining me right now is Sheila from Michaels, and she's going to show us some gifts that maybe are a little more classy than my macaroni.
Come on, every mom loves her macaroni
picture frame.
So what we're working on today is a monogram. Okay, with some washi tape. So I've done M. My mom is Margaret.
Oh,
so
perfect.
I did M for mom, M for Margaret. So now washi tape, for those of you who don't know, is a paper tape. Really easy to use.
Cool.
You can play with that one.
Cool.
So it's a paper tape. It's easy to rip. It's easy to cut. And what we're going to do is we're just going to
Anywhere?
Anywhere you like. And it doesn't have to be in any specific pattern. It can be all cattywampus. Cattywampus, where did that come from?
I like that word, Sheila.
And we can also use some ribbon on it. So I've got a piece of ribbon going down here. And then if you want to continue on that side, I'll just take this one. And I'm going to take, and, oh, sorry, I'm going to have to move it a little bit.
Yeah, that's okay.
And we're just going to wind that around. Cut it off. Do that a couple of more times. And then give it a tie. And that just gives it some nice dimension. And
some texture,
some texture. And you just keep going. And then a little later on, we'll make it into a photo holder.
Yes, this is a great idea. And of course, Mother's Day is coming up, Sheila, and you, of course, are a mother. How special are homemade gifts when you receive them from your kids?
They're way better than even the macaroni frame. I love my macaroni frame.
I know.
It shows that you've taken time.
Yes.
It shows some extra care, some extra love, and my daughter is 23, and I still have Mother's Day things that she's made for me in my house because they're special. They're very special. So, and especially if you're doing something that can be multiple use. So we can do photos on here. We can do reminder notes on here.
Oh,
lots of ideas. Yeah.
All right, Sheila, well, we're going to keep working on this, and I know you have some other great customized ideas coming up, maybe a little better than my macaroni picture frame, but it is definitely as special, so you definitely want to stay tuned for that. But you know what a great idea for Mother's Day is? Persephone has Mary Poppins on right now.
Such a good show.
Such a great classic show, and we actually have tickets to give away to Persephone Theater's rendition of Mary Poppins. So if you want your chance to take your mother to Mary Poppins, make sure you email us at shawtv10@shaw.ca for your chance to be entered into the draw to win. And we'll keep working on this, and we'll see you right after the break.
Creating local TV that matters to your community. Shaw TV, your local voice.
Still to come, we take in the sights and sounds at this year's MS Walk, and we get a sneak peek at the Rosebud Burlesque Club's two-part show, one that comes with a deadly twist.
It's where you live. Shaw TV, your local voice.
We are putting extra love into everything we are making on today's show as Sheila continues showing us some simple do-it-yourself Mother's Day gift ideas that are sure to tug on your mother's heartstrings this Mother's Day. But before Sheila shows us our next idea, let's take a look at a cause that is near and dear to the hearts of many community members. The Saskatoon Food Bank citywide food drive is coming up, and as the need continues to grow in our city, volunteers are hoping to collect more than 100,000 pounds of food when they hit the streets this weekend.
Is there any more beans and things, healthy soups?
More pasta, more tuna.
Gwen Toole and her husband Brian are packing non-perishable items into this bag, getting ready for the Saskatoon Food Bank and Learning Center's citywide food drive on Saturday, May 7th.
I've had times myself where, in growing up with a family and knowing that food is not always plentiful, and it just means the world to be able to provide some of that to families who are in need.
It's a cause that Gwen and Brian have supported for the past 4 years after learning about the citywide food drive through their church.
There's people out there in need, oftentimes through no fault of their own. They're in a situation that's hard to get out of. So food is one of the basics of life, and if you're faced between food or rent, having to pay for shelter, the food bank's an opportunity to provide that need. So I think it's very important to help those who are in need. It's just a wonderful, heartwarming experience.
This will be the annual drive's 11th year, a campaign that could not be possible without help from community volunteers like Gwen and Brian.
We used to just send the bags out in the newspaper, and people would bring those bags to a location themselves or to a grocery store. And as this grew with the help of a couple of faith leaders in the city, They have garnered the support of over 400 volunteers to drive around door to door, pick up those bags, and then bring them to us.
Volunteers and food bank employees will be hitting the pavement at 10:30 a.m. on Saturday, May 7th, going door to door until approximately 2:30 p.m. Community members are asked to have their bags filled and on their doorstep by 10 a.m. at the latest.
We meet all kinds of people in different neighborhoods, and it's just amazing how giving the city is. And even if people have forgotten to put out the bags and we arrive at their door, they're rushing inside to fill it up. And so there's no hesitation. They're putting out very generous amounts of food, or they hand us checks at the door if they don't have the food available. It's just an amazing day.
Collecting 66,000 pounds of food during last year's drive, the food bank hopes to surpass previous year's totals as the need seems to be greater than ever.
About 7,500 hampers each month is what we're putting together. We are going through our resources rather quickly. 100,000 pounds will just take the pressure from us. We've seen the cost of meat and fruits and vegetables go up. So the choices that we hope people are making in their food budget, the healthy food, are the things that are putting the most strain on their budget.
More vegetables, because you can never have enough vegetables.
That's right.
There you go.
Okay, that can be the pasta sauces and that's baby food.
So the kinds of things that are nutritious and easy for people to prepare. So whole wheat pasta and sauce, of course, 100% fruit juice, canned protein, so tuna or chicken, peanut butter, always a good one, but it's always nice for us to have a stock of canned vegetables and fruit. That way we know that we're putting the most nutritious food possible into food baskets.
We're very fortunate to live in a community where we have this service. We're fortunate for the leadership here that's in the food bank and the learning center. We're fortunate as well that we live in a community who has a caring and a giving heart, who will actively participate in this. It really speaks to communities. We say, you know, Saskatoon shines. Well, I think this is one of the examples where we really do shine.
Bags for the citywide food drive can be found with your newspapers and can also be dropped off at any local grocery store or, of course, at the Saskatoon Food Bank and Learning Center. Some of my fondest memories with my mother is cooking, learning to cook in the kitchen. Sheila is still joining us from Michael's, and we are doing some do-it-yourself Mother's Day gift ideas. We're having a lot of fun. What are we about to make now, Sheila?
We're going to do a recipe card holder.
Yay, perfect, yeah.
Yeah, so this is just a fun thing that the kids can do for Mom. It's easy, again, not messy because we're using the washi tape.
Perfect.
Yay!
Yay!
So I'm going to get you to cover this. This is an interesting new craft stick that Michael's carries. It's sticky on the back. So we don't have to do hot glue.
Perfect.
Excellent. So
excellent.
I'll get you to cover the front of that
Will do.
with the washi tape. And what I've got is I've just got a block, and I'm going to cover it. You can paint it first if you want to.
Yeah.
Or just leave it natural. And then all I'm doing is I'm just taking the washi tape and covering over.
Okay.
Make sure you're pushing it down. Peel the sticky off the back.
Okay, perfect. Sticky off the back.
Stick it on. There we go. Okay.
Awesome.
So what I've done with the top part of it is I've taken one of our little clothespins.
Yes.
Got a little clothespin. Okay.
Yeah.
So these are teeny tiny little clothespins. Michael's carries
So
again
cute.
many sizes,
Yep.
many colors. There's sparkly ones.
Oh, yay.
Sparkly
Fun.
ones. Okay. And what I've done is I've just taken a sticker.
Yes.
Again, bazillion stickers.
Lots
the
to
reason
choose
that I
from.
picked these is because my mom makes the best pie in the world.
Oh, yeah.
So let's take an apple pie this time. So I'm just going to stick it to there.
Yeah.
And then again, hot glue. But again, you can use white glue. It just takes a while longer to dry.
Okay.
So that's how you dry it. Stick it down like that so that it's not
flat.
sliding.
Yeah.
Right. There we go.
How fun is
Yep.
that?
Yep.
That is so much fun. So like Sheila mentioned, this could be a recipe card holder. It could hold photos. Oh,
Here's me and my mom at the lake.
Aww. Look at that. There's Sheila and her mom at the lake. And I mean, I also have to say a big thank you and I love you to my mom back home in Surrey, BC. I can't wait to make all these gifts and give them to you when I see you in June. But yes, absolutely. These are some great gift ideas and we're going to put some finishing touches on them in the next segment. So you definitely want to stay tuned for that. Sheila, thank you so much. And you know what also took place this weekend, which had lots of mothers, sons, daughters, husbands, friends and family, the MS Walk 2016. Of course, Shaw was out there helping out and of course taking part. But unlike last year and the years before that, they had some beautiful sunny weather. So that was great to see
Beautiful
for the
day
500 people that
wow,
came
that's
out
fabulous.
to support the fight to end MS. So let's take a look at that day.
Creating local TV that matters to your community. Shaw TV, your local voice.
Flowers are always a classic choice when it comes to showing your mother or that special someone in your life a token of appreciation. Before we put the final touches on our do-it-yourself Mother's Day gift ideas, let's meet a club whose name is derived from a popular flower. Saskatoon's Rosebud Club is getting ready to stage their newest show, but as Simon Hyatt tells us, this show comes with a deadly twist.
I knew we were going to say that.
As she prepares to bear nearly all for the Rosebud Burlesque Club's latest show, the nerves are beginning to set in for Chloe Delight. But not for the reasons you might expect.
Memorizing lines, we don't usually speak during burlesque performances, so this is something new for us. So we're stepping out of our element a little bit.
You just can't find good help these days.
As you do it more and more, you become very comfortable with your body, and you realize that the audience is always rooting for you. So definitely the lines are the hard part.
The Rosebuds Do Clue, a sexy whodunit, combines the elements of burlesque the club has been known for with dramatic scenes involving the murder of headmistress Rose Noir.
It's been a lot of fun for us. We actually had three of us that met to lay out the basic plans for the play, and then we collaborated heavily with the cast to create the dialogue and the action.
The show will be staged in a highly unique fashion. Part 1 takes place at the refinery, where the mystery unfolds and the audience meets the suspects through burlesque numbers. It then moves across the river for Part 2, a party at the Free Flow Dance Center.
When we come back here, it's going to be set up and you're just going to be involved and you're going to feel like you're part of the performance.
The performers say the chance to interact not only with the audience but with each other is a rare treat, as they typically perform alone.
Well, I know
everybody.
Ms. Mona Handful is a longtime member who became instantly hooked when she attended an early Rosebud performance.
I have always liked musical theater, but I'm not a singer. I can't sing, but I can dance, I can make costumes, I like to pull faces to the audience, and this is the best way to do all of that together.
And while she says it still takes courage to get on stage, taking part in burlesque has helped her and others experience an improved body image.
No matter how you feel about your own body, if the audience sees any piece of it, it's like a cacophony of just cheering and delight. So it's really good, actually, self-esteem booster.
And there will definitely be skin on display for the Clue Show. This is about the only scene we can safely show on television.
It's age 19 plus, and it is featuring burlesque, and some of the acts do have classical striptease involved in them, and also some naughty humor. So we want to make sure that people know that although we're using Clue as our inspiration, it's definitely an event for adults.
The show starts at 7:30 at the Refinery on Saturday night. For tickets, visit ontheboards.ca. For Go on Shaw TV, I'm Simon Hyatt.
We are putting final touches on our washi tape monogram. Of course, M is for mother, or Sheila's mother, named Margaret. Sheila, what are we doing right now?
Okay, the last few things that we're going to do is we can put more ribbon on. We can put on some little, we've got these little wood pieces, Michael's carries. We can hot glue one of those on. And then we've got some sparkly clothespins, because we love sparkly. You
can never go wrong with sparkly.
We'll hot glue a couple of those on. We'll take, oh, here's Grandma and Kate at the lake catching frogs, because Grandma's the best frog catcher ever.
That's so
cute.
we'll
put that one on. We'll put on one. Oh, here's Grandma and Kate. I love that picture.
Fantastic.
And we've got this on there. And so you can add whatever else. If you've got a pin, if you're doing it as a memorial, you can do a favorite pin, a favorite piece of jewelry, that type of thing on it. And then you can just prop it. You can put it on a stand like we had it before. You can put on a little, I've got some magnets over there, Janella, if you want to grab those. You can put a magnet on the back of it.
Yes, that's a great idea for a fridge.
And Michael's carries a lot of sizes of monograms, so if you just want to do a small one, that'll work as well.
Awesome.
And then with the recipe card holder, what I did on the top, just to make it a little fancier, Michael's carries a lot of these little miniatures, so I did cookies and coffee. But there are measuring spoons, there are measuring cups, there's a little KitchenAid mixer.
So whatever reminds you of your mother
absolutely
should be put onto these gifts. That's amazing. And really quickly before we wrap up here, Sheila, what is this beauty?
This is a handprint. So thank you to Nicholas for letting me trace his hand. And again, it's washi tape. Right? So we cut it out, we put the washi tape on it, put it on a piece of paper, put it in a frame, maybe put some macaroni on your frame.
I'm never going to live this down.
And this is a lovely gift. You know, everybody loves a handprint.
Everyone loves a handprint because it's definitely a memory. Thank you so much, Sheila, for having us here at Michael's and showing us some simple but great do-it-yourself Mother's Day gift ideas. I've had so much fun, and I know my mother would love any of these gifts. We'll be right back after the break, so don't go anywhere.
Happy Mother's Day.
It's where you live. Shaw TV, your local voice.
From customized monograms to homemade recipe card holders, there is no limit to how creative you can get when making a special gift for your mothers this Mother's Day. A big thank you to Sheila from Michael's for showing us some do-it-yourself Mother's Day gift ideas. If you missed one of these projects, don't worry. Head to our Facebook and Twitter pages where we will repost these segments. Before we say goodbye, I just want to say one big thank you to my mother, Indra Hamilton, back in Surrey, BC. Happy Mother's Day. We'll see you next time.